Every great story starts with fire. Kia ora and welcome to Low and Slow Aotearoa, the podcast where fire meets flavour, stories rise with the smoke, and we celebrate the slow, smoky side of New Zealand life. I'm Ruben. Grab a seat by the pit. You're in good company here. I went to my first ever barbecue comp. Headed down to Kumeu Classic Car and Hot Rod Show, and the New Zealand Barbeque Alliance has a competition there. It's the first one of the 2026 season. Had a look at what they were doing, talked to the competitors. I'm telling you right now, totally different ball game. From doing it in the backyard to competing, it's next level. Oh, at least it's a beautiful day for this. And if it was still raining like it was yesterday, bugger that. No one wants to cook in the rain. But no, it's looking like a good day. Talked to some veterans, newbies, a couple of cooks. Let's see what we can find out, eh? Let's see how these guys do it.
We've got a lot of community heavyweights here. So like Rum and Coon, Matt Melville.
Oh, they'll be big hitters, eh?
He'll talk your ear off as well. NZ BBQ judge. Yeah, he's competing today, so someone else is doing the judging, but he usually runs the judging for the comp.
I think there's 32 teams.
How long have you guys been doing it? Like, how long have you been
So we started mid-2024. So we judged for a couple of years, probably about 2.5 years beforehand.
Me and Ken have been competing since 2020, I think it was. But we both started in 2017. He was with Wingless Angel Barbecue up in Kirikiri, and I was living down in Cambridge for the team called Twisted Pits. And yeah, sort of joined forces and got into it.
I was cooking Low and Slow Barbecue before that anyway, and then we came to Kumeu, watched all of the teams cooking, and like meat stock was up in the next year or something like that. And so we found a couple of mates. Steve, it was us three and Steve and Philip's brother. And that was it.
We're competing. We're
Are you actually competing?
Yeah, Mapari meat. You can just see the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So right, Mapari meat's right there. Yeah.
Meeting the teams gives you one side of it. Competing here in New Zealand is another. It's not like a typical competition
Correct.
where everyone's actually like, g'day, I've seen them go from tent to tent. And
That's right. Everyone here is friends.
Yeah.
Everyone's here to give a hand if you need to. There's quite a few new teams and teams that have just been around, but they're just started out in the main comp.
But it's surrounded by the community, yeah. Made some amazing friends and, good long-lasting friendships through this business, through this game. So, yeah, it's good fun, eh?
What surprised me wasn't the competition, it was how supportive everyone was.
Everyone's handing out information, and there's no secrets. They want to try a brisket, but they're too scared to because it's a big cut of meat. There's a lot of experience in the page that you can get out there and actually ask those questions, and people will give you the information. Once you've done a couple of briskets, and look, everyone fucks their first brisket up. You've been there,
Everyone does,
there.
Yeah.
But once you actually get the hang of it, and you understand how a brisket works. It's easy.
Everyone's really super supportive of each other, and particularly newer teams or teams that haven't been around that long, and seeing them get some good results. Everyone's really stoked for them because it's hard toil, so you can turn up here and there's some pretty sharp teams, and they're sort of in the top all the time, and some of these teams don't quite get a mention, so when they do, it's awesome.
Everyone helps everyone, bro. Yeah. That's why I turn up. I let the boys do the cooking and I do the talking.
If you're a new team and you come cook here, everyone will want to help you.
Case in point, one of the teams came over this morning, their chicken injection wasn't right. So they're looking for a replacement injection. You go against the best barbecuers in the country, you want to make sure that they're at the top of their game, so when you beat them, I don't want to stitch anyone up. I'd rather they have a good day, get to the end of it, and we'll enjoy it. The Kiwi way, right?
It is the Kiwi way.
And that attitude carries straight through to how these people welcome newcomers. What would you say to someone that was like, I want to compete, but I don't know if I've got the chops or...
Yeah, well, there's a couple of gateway competitions that was had last year.
The NZBA ran a competition through Mitre 10 called the Car Park Cook-Off.
That's right.
Yeah, so quite a few teams did that last year. It was just a bit of a step in. It's quite good because you pay $100. You turn up their barbecues and they'll give you two racks of ribs and a full chicken, and you've got to hand in basically a box of ribs and a half a chicken. So, at the end of the day, $100 pays for your protein and it pays for your entry. Gets a bit of practice, figure out where you're on point, and you go from there. So a couple of teams have decided that, right, this is it.
We, as an organisation with NZBA, really encourage new teams, and a lot of promoters will have a new team championship sort of thing. So like if there's 3 or 4 new teams, we'll have the best new team, and they'll be in for a bit of a running, and we sort of give them three competitions to still class them as new teams. So if they get a result or they get the best combined results over that time, they might win a prize. So prize money. So best new team, they might finish 10th. But they're the best of the new teams, so they win. Encourage people to jump on other teams, like most of them are pretty welcoming and, don't mind someone coming along and doing dishes and learning a little bit or something like that. But there's also, I think there's 4 new teams here this weekend, so which is pretty cool. So they've given it a lash, got their friends together and into it, So
That's what it's about, eh?
Yeah.
But all that advice has to work within some pretty clear standards. And there's a structure behind all this that just keeps things fair.
Chicken, ribs, pork, brisket. But that we cook all that meat and then we hand in that. It's meant to be a serving, so it's 50 grams times 6.
Chicken, pork, ribs, pork and brisket. So lamb is a non-GC class. So some people here won't be doing lamb. But look, there's prize money and there's trophies.
It's not about the best you can do. It's about meeting the judges' expectations. They can't chicken and they want salt and pepper brisket.
But there's also getting to the point when you go around different parts of the country, the judges want different things as well. Depends on like the restaurants that are in the area and what they serve. Our profile, our process is all the same, no matter where we go. We will hit better in some places than others. Like
Napier likes fruit.
they like fruit, right? Apple and
Kumeu likes full off the bone ribs. Hamilton don't like strong flavours.
And look, judging, you only really get to see one side of it. And the fun side's out here, eh? The fun side's not sitting inside a tent, just eating meat.
Within 15 minutes of the hour, we were handing in boxes.
Oh yeah, that's
Boxing up, and it's like very competitive.
So when you're cooking at home, you want a meal. When you're cooking here, you want a bite. So you're putting a meal's worth of flavour into a bite, right? And so if you eat 2 slices or 3 slices of our brisket, your face will turn inside out.
Once you understand what the judges are looking for, prep becomes everything.
Well, because that's actually kind of hard to find. But if someone was to get something else, like an alternative, what would be something that's close to it?
Oh, there's a lot. Like a chuck. Chuck has good fat content. A lot of people use chuck for making burger mince and smash burgers. It's a bit of a craze at the moment. So, but yeah, if you cook a chuck roast, low and slow, pull it apart, absolutely delicious.
I think it's just the quality of meat that we can actually get in New Zealand. We can get some real good quality Wagyu meats. Whereas overseas, it's pretty much just all grain fed, whereas ours is grass fed, grain finished. So you still get that nice gamey flavour in the beef.
My goal is to have everyone shop at a butcher shop. If you go in, you're going to talk to the butcher as well. Not just go to supermarket, grab off the shelf. If you go to a butcher shop, they quite often will cut the meat for you to suit, Oh, can you butterfly the chicken? No problem. And do it, on the spot, and then have a chat, build a relationship, and then that's why a lot of our customers come back.
Like for you guys, what's something that the judges don't see that makes a big difference?
We prepare over a dozen pieces to make sure all of them are the right shape, and then when you cook them, some of them get weird and split skins and stuff like that, and by the end you end up with 6. But she probably does 10 or 15 minutes prep per piece of chicken. She'll spend a couple of hours on it. But that's how the bar raises. It does make the barrier to entry harder, but that's why I think the community is important, because the lowest common denominator is brought up from everyone pitching in.
From there, it all comes down to how you cook it.
If you do a whole, the two meat portions are actually across the grain of each other.
Yeah,
so when you chop through, you'll either be chopping with the grain on the point and against the grain on the flat, or vice versa. Whereas if you split it, it means that I can have both the grains the same way. And when I take the slices out of my flat, I can take slices out of the whole flat and not have to worry about slicing in the opposite way of my point.
Turning in all that kind of stuff.
So you see, it's just got a big bucket of charcoal in it there.
Oh, there's a big
So
like
this
cut
one-
stone one.
Yeah, this one, it's all just iron. This one's running on lump, so run it hotter. This is where we do the searing on it. They kind of give it a bit of colour. And then this one we run on these briquettes here, which run much longer, consistent heat kind of thing. So that stuff to get really hot, that stuff for a long cook. And this will run for 8 hours and still have half a bucket of charcoal.
So my brisket, I'll have it turned around in about 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep.
What is that, like a 3-4 kg or something like that?
Yeah, so it started off as 8 kg, and I split it out. So if you have a look in here. So that's my point and my flat.
Oh, you separated?
Separated into two. But I'll take it up to probably about 130, 140 degrees internal Fahrenheit. Then from there, I'll wrap it with a bit of liquid and stuff and just braise it towards the end. And that just keeps the moisture in so you don't lose that moisture. And it doesn't turn out to be a piece of gumbo.
We used to cook on a big offset, Cam had a custom trailer on a offset trailer. That's obviously a lot longer cook times. But when you're cooking on these, you can get a brisket done in kind of 5-6 hours.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're here at 6 in the morning.
So you started just this morning? I thought you guys would have started yesterday.
Oh yeah, we start the prep, so some injections.
400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Shit, you reckon to 4?
Cranking it. This one's running at 320. This one's running at 304. Basically just bringing it up to temperature straight away, getting that bark set. Once that bark's set, then it's wrapping it, and basically, I guess you could say braising it. So that's your hot and fast method. It means that, look, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I can still sleep.
There's probably a few little things that some teams hold on to.
Like seasoning and rubs and...
Or the combination of seasonings or whatever.
techniques. Some of these teams will do master classes.
Talking about competition here made me think how we would do on the world stage.
Yeah, just got cooking with Ken a bit more, and we work well together. Just enjoy hanging out. So it's taken us on a pretty awesome journey around the world. When we won in 2023, we won the national competition. But we also got entry to the World Series of Barbecue over at Kansas City. So
how'd you go there?
We got our best result was 14th with chicken, and that was out of the International Invitational. So 14th in the world was pretty impressive. So yeah, we're really wrapped with that. But yeah, 3 of us in an RV for 15 days cruising around the States. That was awesome. Yeah, we won a national series. I've competed for 9 years.
This is also points going toward the big one in Vegas, I heard.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, this is a good year to start, and everyone's really getting into it.
That's right. So when they brought that out, I think they went from probably about 24 teams, and straight away they jumped up to about 30 within a day. So some teams here chasing the points to go to Vegas. It's Worlds. Yeah.
So it's not just New Zealand, because I saw it was New Zealand and Australia.
No.
But it's also...
It's the whole world. It's the whole world. We're going to send probably 2 teams over.
It'd be a bit of a culture shock, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. Between us and Australia, we're probably going to send 4 or 5 teams over.
So it's basically the Anzacs against the rest of the world kind of thing.
Well, you could say that, yeah. So last year, the Cook Cartel, they went over originally the Worlds, based at Jack Daniels, because they did a dessert from your home countries. So they did something with Manuka honey, and they got 2nd place. Which that's big for small country New Zealand.
Between all the structure, there's still plenty of laughs. Once you step back from the scorecards, it gets a bit looser.
Here's the thing about cooking all this meat. Yeah. Is at the end of the day, do you know what you want? A salad. And you don't want to eat it. When you cook it all day, the last thing you want to do is actually, when we box pork, which is the hardest box, a lot of time we'll put it in our mouth, taste it, and then spit it out.
Hey, go talk to the Cook Cartel.
Oh shit, boy.
At 11:59.
Oh, no.
Just a little bit of brisket.
Yeah,
that
it's just
we don't cook. Eat it.
bit of brisket training.
Yeah.
The flavour, not texture, more like a steak.
I mean, that's a Marvel Score 9 Wagyu brisket.
Oh, I'm gonna have another one.
Yeah, help yourself.
Before wrapping up, I asked everyone one simple question.
What does low and slow barbecue mean to you?
Camaraderie, friendship, and full bellies.
Hey, that's the one.
Smiles on faces. Yeah.
It's low and slow for me. is more about the cut you're cooking, eh? So if you're cooking a steak, there's no such thing as low and slow. But if you have a brisket, a cross cut, a bowler, or anything, shoulder, chuck, whatever you want to cook, then you're going to have to cook those cuts low and slow to get them tender. And typically they're cheaper cuts, but you can turn them into gold when you cook it low and slow.
Good way to kill a weekend, like whether you're doing it for competition or on your offset at home or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it means love, it means camaraderie, family. For me personally, if I can feed the masses, that makes me happy. It's my happy place. Yeah, this whole thing changed my life. It really did.
Alright, it's nearly 12 o'clock. I gotta leave these guys to it. They're getting ready to box, they're getting ready to present to the judges. Pressure's on, you can see it, and I gotta let them be. Gotta give them some space. That was pretty cool. That was an experience. The smoke that's flowing throughout there, so they've got it set up in 2 alleys. Everyone's set up, everyone's got their pits going, fires blasting, smoke's filling the air. It's so cool, man. If you're into this, I seriously recommend going along and trying it. And even if you're not, if you're new to this, just literally go and talk to them. I just went up and started talking to them. They've got it set up so you can see what they're doing. And I just went up and casually started talking to the people. I spoke to one team that said, yeah, come on in, sit down. You want a drink? You want to try this? Man, I've never felt so welcome, ever. You really feel at home there, eh? Honestly.
6 morning combat gear to make a man. 3 small and a license for a gun.
There you go. A lot of useful information. I just want to say thanks to all the teams that spoke to me and took a bit of time out of their day to give me a bit of insight, give me a bit of wisdom. Dono Q, Mapari Meats, Barbecue Boy, and Joint Smokers. These are all great competitors that do this all the time. So let me know, hit me up in my DMs on Insta. Who did you like better? Who do you want to know more from? Next time I catch up with any of these guys or anyone else, send me a question and I'll ask them. Actually, I had one of you guys reach out to me, Hayden Johnson. Hit me up, and he's new to cooking briskets and the cooking methods and struggling how to choose a brisket. So I asked around, and most of them were saying to look at the marbling. Really flip the meat over, see how the marbling of the fat is in the meat. Alex from Burnt Beginnings, he gave me some great advice. Don't try and seek out the best cut of meat. Cook what you can afford. It's not always about an expensive cut of meat. It's about how you cook it. Bloody good effort to all the teams out there. Congrats to all the winners that walked away with a bit of silverware. You earned it. Hard mahi goes into this stuff, man, truly. New episode coming out every 2 weeks. Hit that follow button so you know what's coming up. It really helps me out a lot. And always remember to keep it low and keep it slow. Catcha.